Hello everybody, I'm Cambridge English teacher Rory from studentlanguages.com, and today I'd like to do a video to say thank you guys for replying to my question in the community tab of my YouTube channel. If you don't know what the community tab is, then if you go to the homepage of my YouTube channel, then there are a few options along the top here, including community. And if you click on that, then you can see questions that I ask you guys and other updates about me, what I'm doing, photos that I share, and things like this. And a couple of days ago, I asked you guys which exam paper you find the hardest: speaking, listening, writing, reading, or use of English. And I have to say, I was a little bit surprised by the result. 42% at the moment have voted for listening. So that tells me that most of you students find the listening paper the hardest in the exam. That's right, the listening paper. Now, I have to say I was a little bit surprised. I thought that maybe the use of English would have been the hardest, especially taking into consideration those keyword transformation exercises. But obviously that's not the case. If you find a different exam paper trickier than the listening paper, write a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, so it was an interesting result. As I say, I thought maybe you would go for use of English, but in fact, reading, use of English, and speaking are all down at 11% of the votes. So it's listening and then writing that are the hardest. So I intend to therefore make more videos which will help you with the listening and the writing and all the other papers. But because of this feedback, I do want to focus a little bit more on listening exercises, and I will deliberately start trying to speak a little bit quicker for you and maybe try out a few different accents just to test it, see if you can understand when I'm using different accents like this one right now. See if you know what accent this is actually. Write a comment below. Terrible impression, but if you know what it is, write a comment below. Anyway, I also want to tell you in this video that I added a new blog post to my website in the last couple of weeks, and that is all about improving your listening skills. So there are many different ways you can improve your listening skills for the exam, while not specifically doing exam practice. So these are the types of things that you can do in everyday life. For example, while you're traveling from work to home or from home to work, or when you're cooking or when you're cleaning. These are things that you can have in the background and just be listening to. And that, I think, is a really good way to improve your listening, is to constantly be listening to English in the background. The reason for that is because if you are constantly listening to it, you can hear the patterns, the intonations, the speed at which we speak, and it's just useful to hear the different accents if you're listening to different resources. So I would recommend listening to the radio, watching television programs, and a good tip that I have, and I actually talked about this on my friend Maureen from My Little English Pages channel a couple of weeks ago, is to watch a television program that you have already seen, or a film that you have already seen in your own language, then watch that same television program or film in English. Because then, because you know the content, because you know the storyline and the topic, you don't need to concentrate so much on that, and you can focus a bit more on understanding the language and the specific words and phrases that they are using. So that tip again is to watch something you've already seen in your own language in English. Okay, but another great resource that I have and that I spoke about in my blog post, and let's hop over here and have a quick look, is something called Audible, which is by Amazon. And Audible gives you access for 30 days for free to all of their different audiobooks. They have loads and loads of audiobooks, and I recommend some on this page. For example, Sherlock Holmes by Stephen Fry. If you don't know who Stephen Fry is, he is a native English speaker like me, and he's a really famous actor, actually. You may have seen him in a few films, for example, The Hobbit, and he's on a famous television quiz program called QI because he's a very intelligent man. He writes books as well, but he also reads Sherlock Holmes, the audiobook. So I would recommend checking out that audiobook, and I will put a couple of links to Amazon Audible to the free trial in the description below this video, and I'll also put a link to that specific Sherlock Holmes book in the description below for you as well. But remember, after 30 days, I think it's 30 days, your trial period will finish, so then Amazon will start to charge you for a monthly subscription. So if you don't want to pay for that monthly subscription, remember to cancel within that 28-day or 30-day period. Okay, so that was just a quick video really in response to you guys and what you told me in my community tab, that you told me the listening is the most difficult. I hope you found this video useful, and I look forward to seeing you again in some videos in the next few weeks. I've been working hard improving my website for you, studentlanguages.com, but I've also been working hard on making some really what I think will be useful and informative videos with some other English teachers. And those will be really useful for you because you will hear different English speakers, different English accents, American accents, for example, and you will get their opinions on everyday questions and topics that you may have with English, as well as some more exam-specific questions. So I hope those videos will be really useful for you. I hope that you stay tuned into my channel and wait for those videos. And if you want to be notified about them, then remember to click subscribe to my channel and then click the bell notification after, and you can receive notifications on your phone, for example, every time I make a new video. Okay, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. That will really help me and it will help my channel to grow, and therefore it will help other students like you to find my work. Okay, sorry it was a bit of a ramble, talky, but I will see you again soon. I've been Cambridge English teacher Rory from studentlanguages.com. Bye bye.